Hotel in Las Vegas, New Mexico is devoured by flames.
And this fire was huge. I'm talking so big you could see the smoke for miles. Take a look at this. The fire started last night at the Inn of Las Vegas. It's on North Grand Avenue. People up there sent us these pictures, and we even got some video of all the smoke. And here you can see the flames. The building full of them. Looks like firefighters at one point just decided to let this fire burn itself out. The city says the hotel has been boarded up for years. Investigators have not said what started it. Well, the three teens in Albuquerque accused of brutally killing two homeless men are heading to trial. Police say Alex Rios, Nathaniel Carrillo, and Gilbert Tafoya, who's just 15 years old, beat two homeless men to death with sticks and bricks as they slept on a mattress in this lot near 60th and Central last month. The teens are also accused of attacking a third man who was able to get away and survive. Yesterday, all three teens were indicted, each on at least 26 counts, including first-degree murder and attempted murder. The two homeless men were Native American, but the district attorney says there is no evidence that this is a hate crime.
Today, we're expected to learn more about a shooting involving a Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputy. Deputies say it all began at a gas station at Coors and Gun Club Southwest on Monday. The clerk tells us the suspect began fighting with a woman inside the store.
Like grabbing her and throwing her against the door. Took her into his truck trying to kidnap her. Then she managed to get away, I'm saying, from the passenger side. Got her in her car and he was chasing after her.
Well, during that chase, deputies say the suspect rammed into the car that she was in, causing it to crash, and then attempted to run her over when she tried running. Officials say the man in the truck also rammed a deputy's cruiser twice, trapping the deputy. That is when the deputy fired at least one shot at the suspect, according to the sheriff. The man died at the hospital. His name and the name of the deputy who shot him have not been released. The sheriff's office is expected to hold a news conference this afternoon to talk about the situation. One of two people injured during a shooting in northwest Albuquerque overnight yesterday has died. APD says two suspects showed up at a home on Rice near Indian School and Rio Grande Tuesday morning. Now, according to neighbors, there was some sort of an argument that ended in gunfire. Two people were hurt. One person was treated for non-life-threatening injuries, but the other person, as I mentioned, has died. Cops say another suspect is still on the loose. No names have been released.
Well, a neighbor's home surveillance video captures vandals tearing apart a cinder block wall. Take a look. You can see the teens take turns here kicking in this wall. This was Sunday. They then grabbed some of the loose blocks and damaged the wall even more. The neighbor's camera caught the same group tearing up more of the wall the next day. Now, this area has been in the news before, a lot as a matter of fact. Juanita Adams started a fire here by smoking near her oxygen tank. This was in January of last year. Her body was found inside, and after that, the home was demolished. Now the property, as you can see, has become a target for vandals.
They have done a considerable amount of damage, but more importantly, I feel it's a danger to the community because on the other side of that wall is an unprotected arroyo.
Well, that gentleman, Bob Trudeau, lives nearby and says he's called the property's owners to go fix the wall and Albuquerque police to take care of the vandals.
Downtown Albuquerque is set to get a makeover that will attract more jobs. Both the city and developers broke ground yesterday on a project called Anthea at the Granite. It's near the corner of 4th and Granite. The plan is to build a 23-unit apartment building with fully furnished rooms. Developers say they saw a need for high-end extended stay apartments that would cater to folks in the film and TV industries and other businesses. The building will also include a coffee house, a tap room, restaurant, and even an urban market on the first floor, all with a Route 66 theme.
We introduced the project as more of a public market, something that was very special for the community, something that was different, like Ann said, something that would sort of tie into the nostalgia of the Route 66.
The $6 million project will create 30 permanent jobs and about 150 construction jobs. It is scheduled to be completed by March of next year. A settlement with a mortgage company could mean millions of dollars in relief for New Mexico homeowners. The New Mexico Assistant Attorney General says among those who are benefiting are homeowners who are underwater with their mortgages and those who were foreclosed on by Ocwen. The settlement comes after complaints that the company was unfair. The AG says that the company did a variety of things wrong, including allowing people who had no knowledge of a foreclosure account to sign off on it and not giving people an opportunity to catch up on payments. A hearing is expected to be held in Santa Fe today for a couple of ride-sharing services that want to do business right here in the state. The companies are Uber and Lyft, and they are expected to go before the New Mexico Public Regulation Commission. The PRC says the ride-sharing companies do not meet the requirement of a specialized passenger service and refuse to remove a ban placed on both companies. The PRC says it will, however, start to develop new rules for these particular services.
6:36, the first day of school in Albuquerque is 1 week from today. And APS now has help on the way for families that cannot afford to buy school supplies. Yesterday, volunteers loaded some school buses with paper, folders, pencils, crayons, you name it. This takes place every year, a big event to help students in need. And what is really great with this is it's a lot of students helping other students.
Well, I know today we have 2 buses out on the routes that we're packing, and it's always been very successful in these past years, so today should be just as successful.
Well, there's certainly a lot of students in need. For example, 59,000 APS students qualify for free or reduced breakfast and lunch. And 10 school districts all around New Mexico are getting almost $100 million to fix up their schools. The money comes from the state, but the districts do have to match it. A council looked at schools with the greatest needs, including ones in Raton, Ruidoso, Alamogordo, Albuquerque, Carlsbad, Clovis, Gallup, and Mountain Air. Some of the money will also go to the New Mexico School for the Blind and Visually Impaired and the School for the Deaf.